People talk about the red pill from the matrix and getting out of the matrix and being in the real world. Allah is Al-Haqq. Anywhere He is, it's real, the most real. That's the real world. To be with Allah, to be with Al-Haqq. That's why Islam is the ultimate red pill. Islam is the ultimate red pill. And that's why people, like, they become, people try to get out of the matrix, they get all this money and they get all this fame and they have multiple passports and this and that. They're not really a threat to the matrix, if you will. Only when people start becoming Muslim that they start becoming a threat. Or people becoming, really angry and activist and polarizing, these movements like Malcolm, Sayyidi Malcolm, Al-Hajj Malik, al-Shabazz. Right? When he was vocal and aggressive and fire and brimstone lectures and boom, just fire. He played into the dialectic. He played into the, the binary, the troublemaking, the making of chaos. The moment he said, I'm Muslim. And that man's a fake. And I'm not a Muslim, and I'm washing my hands from him. And I will extend my hand to anyone who's thinking of the project of peace and of healthy rights for our people. I'll meet with anyone, white, black, whatever. And you'll be a brother. You'll be an ally. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Threat. Immediate threat. You see. Because ultimately it's just iman and kufr. That's the ultimate lines of distinction, the line of distinction. So we have to deepen that. We have to deepen that as much as possible. We come out of the matrix, we become more real, become more free. Ibn Khaldun in the Muqaddimah said the most free people and the most virtuous people was who? Which peoples? He said the Bedouins. Bedouins are the closest to fitrah and the closest to purity and goodness. Why? Because they're free. They're not governed by governments. No one tells them what to do. There's no sheriff. There's no what. They have maybe an emir of the family. They're nomads. They're constantly on the move. You can't govern Bedouins. They're free spirits, literally. And they're present in their bodies. They're present in their senses. They have a sense of what's happening around them. They can track other people walking in the desert from footprints and dung that's been, left behind. And then the sun sets, and then they can see the stars, and then from there they can navigate exactly where they are, and even perceive on things of the unseen happening through the movement of the stars. These are deep realities, right? These are things that are super important for us to be able to understand and come back to life with, to free ourselves of the false senses of these screens, the false images of these screens, of these distractions, and come back to our bodily senses, like we talked about in the first session.